volume works. If you have a large enough ad budget, we can stop the discussion right here. Because you can merely stick that brand, stick your message in front of people enough, and they will start liking it. And for the parents in the room, you know this is true about your kids as well. You want them to eat something, and they don't like it the first time, just keep serving it. Guarantee you they will eventually come around, because we are hardwired for frequency to work, and frequency is what it's about. However, I have yet to come across a client who's like, no, we got plenty of ad budget, right? Everybody's struggling with how do we do it when we don't have plenty of ad budget. So let's really answer those questions. We're going to start with how we get our message in front of folks, and there's this concept called disruption. And here's what it has to do with it. We're all busy, and your brain's working all the time. In fact, some of you are daydreaming about something else right now, and you have trouble refocusing, right? We don't want to give our attention to anything else, and that's the big challenge for us as marketers. How do I get somebody's attention long enough so I can tell them about electric power or potato chips or cars or whatever it is I want to tell them about? They don't really want to listen. One of the most effective ways that we have of going about this is called cognitive disruption. Here's the way it works. I got to get your attention. I'll give you an example. If I were to start a sentence and were to say something like, I'm going to take my dog to the, what do you think the next word is going to be? Park, that's right. Your brain goes ahead and fills in that sentence well before I even get to the end of it. The reason your brain does that is because it wants to think about something else. As soon as it thinks you know what I'm going to say, you stop paying attention. I want you to take a look at the ads that you see post today. How many cliches are jammed into those ads? All of them. It's the rare ad that stands out that catches our attention. Because once we think we know what an ad says, we don't pay attention to it. It's not disruptive. Now, if I were to finish that sentence in another way, I'm going to take my dog to the bar. All of a sudden, your brain says, oh, wait, what? I want to pay attention to that. That's a cool little image. I'm going to post that to my social media account. And all of a sudden, you get highly engaged because it's disruptive. It is something unexpected that your brain could not finish on its own. Because when there's something new, we're hardwired for new. I'm going to pay attention to that. So at a minimum, you can capture people's attention. And when you do it well, you get people to highly engage and then want to reshare that disruptive experience with their friends. So next time you go to your social media feed, you're going to see that it is full of things that are highly disruptive. Bet you haven't seen this before. This is an unexpected ending to this video. And all of a sudden, we want to see where that goes. So we don't want to see the same video that we've seen over again. How do we put that into marketing? Well, you do things that are unexpected. In simple ads and outdoor executions, you put cows on billboards, you put oversized toilet paper rolls, or one time in downtown Birmingham, we put what looked like a failed parachutist on top of an outdoor one. The results you can get from being disruptive are unbelievable. It will dwarf the amount of media that you can spend. Creative is more important than media, is the upshot of all this. You can get far more out of it. So if you can't outspend them, you got to outsmart them. If you're trying to outsmart them, you can't go with cliches. Now guys, you have been tremendously great. I'm happy to answer some questions. Feel free to follow us on any social media at Intermark Group. A couple of times a week, we'll release a new video that's got a psychology tidbit related to marketing, kind of an educational piece.